Hey everyone, I'm Avery Sky, and I'm really excited that you've joined me today. We're going to be working toward my New Year's resolution, which is learning to do the splits. I'm almost there. I just have a little bit more to go. So join me in stretching out my hamstrings and hips today. And we're going to get closer and closer to doing the splits. Today's yoga class is going to be heavy on the spine and hips, so make sure you have a nicely padded yoga mat to start your practice. Roll it out and then find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Here you can just take your time to inhale and exhale and focus on deep breathing. You can also set some goals for what you want from today's yoga practice. My goal is to be able to do the splits. What's yours? Find yourself in the butterfly pose by touching your feet together, placing your hands on your feet, and then extend your arms forward. Really allow your spine to lengthen and just relax here. Now extend your leg and reach over towards your toes. Reach your arm up and over towards your toes to lengthen the sides of your back as much as possible. You'll get a nice deep stretch in your waist, your hips, and your shoulders. Return to butterfly, and let's repeat this on the other side. Return back to butterfly position and open up both of your legs to do a nice deep V stretch. Again, stretch over to grab your toes, lengthening your back. Now repeat on the other side. From here, I like to warm up my hamstrings a little bit by rubbing my hands against them, or I go back in a butterfly position and just really wiggle out my hips. You always want to make sure your joints are nice and loose when you're doing yoga. Now transition into the lower lunge pose by extending your leg and twisting your body onto your other thigh. Try to sit upright to make a nice stretch in your hips. When you're ready, sit back down and reach your arm up and grab your opposite foot, and then lay towards the floor and stretch out your arms as much as you can. Give yourself a moment to focus on your breathing here. Now let's transition into the other side by returning back into the butterfly pose and extending your other leg. And of course, twist into the lower lunge and sit upright once again. And then relax again by laying to the floor and extending your arms and spine. Now that we've worked on the individual thighs, let's focus on doing both legs together. So whenever you're ready, lay down, relax, and extend your legs up to the sky. Try to grab either your knees, your calves, or your toes to really stretch out your hamstrings. And when you're ready, extend your legs into a side split. The goal here is to touch your toes to the floor, but of course, only do what you're comfortable with, as you're going to get more and more flexible over time. And next, you're going to want to stretch your feet behind your head to the floor and support your back with your hands. And then you can extend your feet upwards to the sky. Always use your hands to support you, because you never want to fall back if you're not quite flexible enough. The trick to this pose is really holding your core. It helps to do ab workouts every morning in your workout routine. Now let's go into a side split and test out our flexibility by touching our toes to the floor. You can also lower your knees to the floor behind your head if you can, or raise them back up to the sky. And now we're going to transition into doing the splits in the air. Yes, you heard me right, but trust me, it's not as difficult as you think. Once you have your hands supporting your back, do your best to stretch as much as you possibly can, but try to center yourself. That's where I struggle the most. And when you think you've had enough of being upside down, you can always return into a comfortable pose and just rock back and forth. And when you're ready, grab the insides of your feet with your hands and stretch your feet behind your head and try to touch your toes to the floor. This is the final pose before we start practicing the splits. So raise your feet up to the sky and stretch your hamstrings one last time. Now convert into a lower lunge once again. Hold this for a few moments and focus on your breathing. And now stretch back onto your other leg to lengthen your back and pull your hamstring in. And finally, work into the splits. Oh my gosh, I am so much closer than I thought I was going to be. Wow, I'm so proud. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do the splits today. I must have really underestimated myself. I'm very proud of my progress. And it just goes to show that by stretching extra beforehand, you really will be able to accomplish your goals. And now, let's repeat this process on the right side to see if we can get the splits done on this side as well. While I'm definitely not as flexible on my right side as I was on my left side, I'm still really proud of my progress. I have to practice this side a little bit more. Now, the hardest part of all is doing the side splits. So let's get our hips ready and really opened up to see how flexible I am in doing the side splits. Make sure you do this nice and slow because you don't want to tear any hamstrings or groin muscles and drop to the floor. I'm actually really proud of my progress here as well. I'm just going to wiggle out my hips a little bit and do a final hamstring stretch with you. So stand up and reach your arms down to your feet. From here, you can slowly walk out into a downward dog position. The goal is to have your spine as flat as possible, and I really recommend bending your knees and then straightening them to give your spine the length that it needs to really stretch. And then you can return into a nice puppy pose. Reach your arm under your waist and your other arm behind your back for a nice spine twist. Go back to the front and repeat this on the other side. This is the end of our yoga class today. So find yourself nice and comfortable and sit however you'd like. And let's focus on our breathing together. Touch your hands to your thighs and focus on your deep inhale and exhale. And be proud of yourself. Today was a really great class. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I was actually able to do the splits on my left side. I've never been able to do that before, and I'm so proud of myself. So let's join together in reaching our New Year's resolutions and stretch with me every single day. I still have a little bit of work to do on my right side, so let's do yoga every day together. Make sure that you subscribe to my OFTV page, and we'll be doing yoga sessions every morning. And if you want to do some one-on-one stretching together, make sure that you sign up for my VIP page and we can chat every single day. I'll see you there.